You are now listening to KMRO-FM, aka Kamurocho Radio. It is a Yakuza podcast hosted by myself, Argyle, and with me as always is Jordan.
Hello.
Hey, it's Jordan,
And
but also we've got another
me.
third person in the booth tonight. Who are you?
Uh-oh, folks.
Hello, everyone. This is Cyrix Z, or Cyrix Z, depending on my mood.
What region
you might
of-
know me as a person who has written a lot of strategy guides for the Yakuza series.
It's our friends of the show, Cyrix Z, back again.
Not Cyrix.
Not
I've
Cyrix.
been rudely reminded.
Uh-huh.
Very
Cyrix
rudely.
Z. The Z is not silent. The Z is loud. It's a loud Z. Welcome back to the show, Cyrix.
Thank you so much for having me again,
Z?
guys.
Yeah, anytime. Well, before we dive in, so this week we're talking about Chapter 4 of Yakuza 4, The Promise. Our final evening with Akiyama. Our final proper evening with Akiyama. We're gonna spend one more week with him, I believe. We'll talk about that later. But before we do that, we have to do our obligatory Club Sega segment
Sega.
where we
Nice.
talk about other games that we've been playing, so we don't talk about Final Fantasy in the middle of the episode. But I'm not going to talk about Final Fantasy this week. Surprise, surprise. I want to talk about something brand new that I picked up yesterday, which is Guilty Gear Strive. Now, listen, I have gone on record as saying I will never play a fighting game. I will never learn a fighting game. They're not for me. I think they look cool, but I won't play one. And then Pat Gill from Polygon made a video called how to learn how to play a fighting game and have a nice time. And I watched that, and then I was like, ooh, I should learn how to play I should learn how to play that Guilty Gear game. Looks so cool. I saw that Brisket character people were talking about on Twitter. She looks pretty cool.
We love her.
I don't have her. I love her, but I don't have her because I'm not going to buy her because I'm just learning how to play
you
the
got to
game.
get invested in the game before
You
you
got,
pay
yeah,
it,
you gotta,
so-
I gotta know that I'm gonna be happy with it. It's like,
Yeah, before you pay money for Gold Lewis Dickinson,
Yeah.
the Big Titty Samurai, the other ones, and Brisket.
Yeah. I was just playing a match with our friend Giga, and Giga was playing as the Big Titty Samurai, and it's so much, Argyle. It's so much.
Biken's got a lot.
Yeah, it's just all out there.
I mean, did they show you her walk cycle?
I mean, no.
Oh, she owns the room when she walks forward.
She's breasting boobily. That's like I
She's
kind of
like-
roll my eyes
she's-
when
yeah.
people say that sometimes, but there's no other way to
Uh-huh.
describe it.
There's no other way to describe it. I started playing as Ino because she's just so cool, but then I really started enjoying playing as Milia Rage. So that's who I've been spending all my time with, and I've started winning matches, and it feels really fucking good. But you know what? It feels really fucking good when you lose a match, too, because you're learning. You should pick
Yeah, it's one of those
try it
games where
out.
you can just pick up and
Okay.
enjoy even losses, you know?
Yeah, like I went in and I played against. I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna go unranked. I found a guy who could. The good thing about this game is that you can't talk to people while you play it. Like, there seems to be no player-to-player communication in game. So I played against a guy who was so much better than me, and could clearly tell that I had just started playing, but he just would not quit. Like, he just kept going rematch, and I was like, okay, this is cool. And then as I played against him, I started learning things, and it was really fun. So yeah, that was a surprise for me. I never liked fighting games, but I'm kind of getting into it now, and it's fun. What about you, Argyle? What have you been up to in the gaming space?
I mean, just on the fighting game tip, I guess it's a similar thing here. Yeah, I've said, I don't like fighting games. I've tried them before. I didn't, but I think a lot of that is because I've never had people to spar against in them. So it's just like, I play against computers or then I play online, and it's unpleasant. And then like I've tried playing Tekken, and that the online on that just fucking sucks.
Oh, yeah.
It just and also Tekken's a very complex game, very technical game. I don't know. Watching Guilty Gear, it's definitely stylish enough that it's got my attention, but also it's an issue of it probably won't run on my computer. I don't care what people say to me. I'm stubborn, and I don't. I could get a Steam refund if it doesn't end up. But anyways, whatever. Doesn't matter. Maybe I'll play Guilty Gear. Maybe I won't.
It's got crossplay
Who
on
knows?
PS4.
Not yet. It doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay, never mind.
Okay. Anyways,
what about you, Sirixie? What have you been playing anything new lately?
No,
you
I
wanna
mean,
share?
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
wait,
it's
right.
He's
I
got
just
one more.
interrupted you completely.
Final Fantasy. It's Final Fantasy, baby.
Every day I check on Argyle. I go and I see him.
And you
not
say,
playing.
have you started Stormblood patch quest yet? And I say, no, I haven't. I'm doing.
Okay.
The
To be
Namazu
fair,
quest today.
to
Fuck
be
you.
fair, to be fair, I have to defend myself. I have consciously told myself to stop asking you because it's your gameplay, it's your fun. You can
Yes.
play however you want. And also, the main reason is because Dan is playing Shadowbringers, so I
So
have my
you
fix
you
on.
have alternative.
I don't need you.
choose
I don't.
elsewhere.
I don't need you anymore, fucker. You can do whatever you want with your game time. I don't care. I've got my fix. I've got my
cool.
fix.
Well, like I was telling you,
Let
the
me
other
tell
day,
you-
I'll
yeah.
get to the end of Stormblood patch, and then I won't play the final quest, and I'll never take my Sprout off, so nobody can get mad at me.
The Sprout
never
doesn't come
played
off until the end of until you get to Endwalker.
That's
you
what
have
I'm
to
saying.
be Shadowbringers.
No, you
Yeah.
beat the last quest of Shadowbringers, and then you
Oh
get your
yeah,
Sprout
and then
off.
you stop playing. That's fine. I would rather you play Shadowbringers than play through Endwalker. If you played all the way to the end of Shadowbringers, I would be happy. I'd be like, cool. Also, if you played all the way to the end of Shadowbringers and then said, I don't need to see what happens next, you are not a human being. You are a freak. There's
I'm
no
a Sprout, is what I am.
there is no way
happy.
in hell that you could play through Shadowbringers and not be like, okay, I'm done. I'm good. No more.
I mean, I did get a cool weapon in there and drove myself insane getting it.
You spent so much time getting that.
It wasn't that much time. I just had to craft wait.
Uh-huh.
I didn't craft the 200 tarts for that. That was for a different thing. I only have to craft 50 tarts for the weapon.
Do people like listening to us talk about Final Fantasy XIV?
Probably
do you think?
not. They probably skip
Probably
it.
not.
That's
They
fine.
probably
No
skip it
comment.
Anyways, what have you been playing, Sarah?
Yeah, what have you been playing?
No, yeah, it hasn't quite hit the bug for me yet to get into 14. I still like Final Fantasy in general, but I mean, if we're talking fighting games, it's kind of been like one of those ancillary type of games for me. Like I like the spectacle. I like watching a good game played. I suppose the only fighting game I ever really got into was Smash, and I guess to the point where I'm good amateur level. But one of my recent notes of pride was I did get out to PAX East this year, and it was really nice because I got a chance to meet one of my favorite voice actors, Kira Buckland, voice of Jolene Cujo and many
ooh.
other voices in
That's
anime
awesome.
and video games. So she had a little panel where people were playing, just basically playing Smash against her. And I did actually get a chance to go around against her and ended up winning. It was my Dr. Mario versus her Pyrrha and Mithra, and I pulled it out. But yeah, it was a pretty good time. And, she's not exactly a heavily ranked player or anything, but she knows what she's doing, and it's a nice feather in my cap.
That's pretty fun.
But as for more recent, I did pick up Souls games recently.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, like I kind of is another thing I've kind of followed for a time, but never really dipped my toe in seriously. But once Elden Ring came out, like everyone was talking about Elden Ring. It's like I'm copping serious FOMO out of this. So Elden Ring ended up being the first Souls game I ever completed. So that was nice, and then I ended up
Beating that game is monumental. I've got to be honest. Elden Ring was like, I've played every single Souls game. I've beat all of them, I think, except for maybe 2, but it's mainly just
I never
because
beat Sekiro, and I mean, of course, Demon Souls.
Oh yeah, I got to the very end of Sekiro, and the final boss was just like too much for me. But Elden Ring was like, I should preface this by saying Elden Ring is a great game, and I think it's one of their crowning achievements.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like when I was playing it, when I would start playing it, it was like I would look at it and I would just be like, there's so much. There's so
Yeah.
much here.
Yeah,
It's so much.
very dangerously comes close to the idea of being absolutely too big of a game. Like this
Yeah,
is literally
And
too
for
big
something
of a game
as
to play,
like
almost.
stressful and challenging as Dark Souls, like,
Right.
and maybe it's just because, or like the Soulsborne series, and maybe it's because I was simultaneously playing Final Fantasy, which was like, okay, this game is really pretty relaxing and pretty, it makes you feel good to play, like in a way that's completely, Souls games make you feel good, but you got to really work for it.
Right, accomplished.
And then I was choosing between that and something that was just a nice IV drip of serotonin every day. I think that might have been why. I'll give it another try sometime, but whenever I think about picking it up again, I start to go, oh
Yeah,
God,
probably.
no.
Yeah, I think my
It's a
thing with
commitment.
Elden Ring is that like I would like it a lot more if it was a more focused experience with all the improvements upon like the Souls gameplay, right?
Yeah.
But I think,
think-
the open world being so big, like my open world gamer, like the part of my brain that is susceptible to open world games and the part of my brain that likes Souls games, they're rubbing together and it's not making a good interaction.
It's definitely a preference thing. Like I'm not gonna say that. Like I know there are people who absolutely love Elden Ring, and I am very happy for them. And I loved it until I stopped loving it.
Sure.
And the reason I stopped loving it is because it was giving me anxiety to play. And if that happens to you, then that's a sign that you should probably put the game down for a little bit. I'm surprised that you've never played a Souls game before. It seems like something that would...
To be perfectly honest, I did try Dark Souls and Demon Souls like some years back.
Yes.
But I bounced off them.
That happens to
mostly
everyone.
for difficulty, not quite understanding the mechanics, what ends up working. It really took me watching some like Let's Plays where people were like, okay, this is the kind of way you time your rolls, this is how you work your builds, that kind of thing. Once I had that kind of mentality in me, I was able to shape that into, a working framework that I could then bring into my actual Elden Ring play. So yeah, I finished that a couple months ago, and then I played Bloodborne. I just finished that recently.
Nice.
Yes. I was gonna say I am. So there's a YouTube video that is I talk about a lot because I think it's kind of a dumb video, but it's
Is it the H-Bomber guy video?
It's the H-Bomber guy video.
Up again?
Well, I just want to say, because he makes a lot of points in that video that I don't like, but one of the points he makes is that he says that Bloodborne is a game that you play it and then you can go and enjoy the other Souls games, and I totally agree with him. That's I think that it kind of reminds me of Monster Hunter, that you have to bounce off it once in order to have fun with another one. Like, I tried Dark Souls so many times and I just hated it. And then I picked up Bloodborne and I went into it knowing kind of how the game works. And because of that, I felt I was able to enjoy it and then go back and play through the other ones and have a great time. So I feel like you kind of have to bounce off I think Dark Souls is just the one you bounce off of. So
Perhaps.
You can have fun playing the
the
other ones. Maybe. I still don't care for Dark Souls 1 that much, but
I mean, I stuck with Dark Souls 1, like I actually played it. I beat it, Dark Souls 1. I played it before 2 came out. And I loved it, and that's why I got 2 on day 1. And 2 is my favorite one of them, by the way. Yeah,
I love kind of the oddball.
2 is the oddball. I think I love.
I don't.
3 is my favorite, then 2, then 1. 2 is such a strange game, but I really respect it and I love it, and I really love the way it looks. Also, I think it's a pretty game. Shall we talk about Yakuza?
Oh, sure.
Sometimes I forget.
15 minutes talking about
15 minutes. So this is chapter 4, The Promise. This is our last chapter with Akiyama, which will cause me a lot of frustration in ways that I will bring up throughout the episode in terms of the pacing
I was
of
definitely
Yakuza
seeing
4.
the way that this is like, okay, this is like...
I should ask you, okay, we have split. I think we're of split minds about this game, Sirixi. I think the game has a good story, but I really dislike the pacing of it. I think Argyle is a fan. My brother fucking loves this game and gets very mad at me for how I feel about. How do you feel about Yakuza 4? Like, where do you place it in the series?
Yeah. Just remember, I think I might have told you guys this ages ago, but Yakuza 4 was my first Yakuza game.
Yes.
Yeah, you watched, what was the Best Friends play?
Yep, I watched the Best Friends. Well, the thing was, I watched like the first couple of episodes, and I'm like, oh my god, this series is amazing. I just watched a guy backdrop someone onto a bike rack. I have to get this game for myself.
It was like Argyle,
so
that
I
was
just
you with the
blazed
bike
ahead
heat
that
move.
Let's Play, and I hadn't even watched the whole Let's Play before by the time I finished the game. So, but as to Yakuza 4 itself, looking at it in perspective of like the rest of the series, I think one of the things about Yakuza 4 is that it tries, and this is, I'm not trying to drop too many spoilers or anything, but this tries very hard to be a very complex plot, because a lot of the plots up to this point I felt were not oversimplistic, but it's kind of like very standard sides and lines drawn. Here's the good guys, here's the bad guys kind of thing. Yakuza 4 is extremely complex, and of course you guys are going to get into it once we go into later chapters, but I think, as you said, is that the pacing is a little slipshod, because I feel like with Akiyama, it seems like they wanted to start off with a little more low-key, getting to know Akiyama, going through very low-stakes kind of stuff. And then we get to this particular chapter of a story, and it seems like a billion things happen at once.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like they maybe could have used a couple extra chapters, at least with Akiyama. I don't know about with the later characters, but...
It's strange to me, just not to get too ahead of ourselves, but it's really strange when... As in this chapter, this is the last chapter as Akiyama, you're already in the point, there's a lot of complaints in the Yakuza series about, this is a game about wasting time, this is a game about getting sidetracked and, going off and playing darts for an hour and then having a fun sub-story adventure.
Right.
But people always complain about, how am I supposed to do that when the intense music is playing and it's like, oh shit, this guy's got kidnapped, I gotta go save him. And there's a part in this where we meet a character who gives us, I'll just say we meet Mac again, and he does revelations.
That's when I started thinking this, where I was like, okay, I kind of see what Jordan's talking about.
We're like 45 minutes away from not playing as Akiyama till the very, very end of the game, and there's a guy who's gonna give him new moves for what? For one long battle in a boss fight? Why?
Right. Yeah.
Like that I appreciate that because that is a perfect encapsulation of my entire beef with this game. Is that, like, that's the whole game. And it's just like, why didn't they introduce Mac in Chapter 1? Why is it that we're, like, putting levels into a character that we're going to stop touching for the whole rest of the game? That's why I think Yakuza 2, or Yakuza 0, I should say, improves on that so much by swapping back and forth. So you get them, it's like, oh, perfect. And Yakuza 5 improves on that somewhat by giving you so much to do and so... much of a
they
map
introduced
to explore.
The things like in the first couple chapters, right?
They very much
like,
front load.
It's chapter 4, so it's like you can space it out more on your own time.
This game is incredibly ambitious.
They've never done this before. That's the thing.
Yeah,
so
that's the other thing, and we'll talk about this right at the end of this chapter. This is a game that you get so much good shit out of it if you play because sometimes we forget that Yakuza 0 comes after Yakuza 5 because it's obviously the first one we covered, and it's also the first one that a lot of people played. But you definitely get a lot of enjoyment and enhancement out of playing that one first because some other things you kind of know what are happening early, but like Yakuza 0 is such a refinement on this. So it's like, okay, I get the different characters, and also this is the first game with like a really ambitious, complex story with lots of moving parts, which everything from this game onward, that's like the series is like there's 10 different groups of people and they all have their own stakes and they're all doing their own plans, and here's how these characters intersect, and there's this random person who you have no idea how they fit in, and they're probably either a lady or a baby or a kid. And anyway, let's just dive in. There's a couple major plot beats in this chapter.
There's a few.
We start off with Akiyama meeting with Kido in Sky Finance, and this is where we get to understand why Akiyama has been gunning for Arai so hard, like why he's putting all. Sorry, I shouldn't say why he's like throwing it all
in love with Arai.
Why he's deeply and madly in love with Arai.
He's trying to get him over for SummerSlam,
right? And this is why this is like where we get his kind of backstory explained more. And I actually like that. I have mixed feelings about Akiyama. It just depends on whether or not there's a woman in front of him that I like him. I guess.
Right.
Because I thought this scene was great. Like, everything he's saying is really cool. Basically, if you don't mind me explaining.
Go right ahead.
So Akiyama was fired from his bank job, his cushy bank job, 5 years ago. Or at the beginning of 5 years ago. Basically wrongfully fired. So the bank like pegged him for embezzlement for no reason. $1 million or $1 million yen showed up in his account. He had no idea why, and they instantly fired him. So he was framed. He lost all of his money trying to appeal to to get his life back together. He became homeless. He says this thing that I really like. He says, like, up until that point, I thought getting rich was easy, but you need seed money and trust to grow more. Like, you need to know people, you need to have money to start with. So ever since he lost all of his own money, he has no idea. Like, he had no idea. Then Kido says, well, where did you find the money to start the business? And of course, we know he found it on the ground.
Right on the ground.
It literally fell from the sky. And after he picked up a million yen, which I believe is like 100,000.
10,000.
Yeah, 10,000. He's going back to sleep, and some street toughs, some Chinpiria kind of guys took all of his money. And that's when
Homeless
Arai
hunters, specifically.
Yep.
Right.
It was homeless
he
hunters
says it was
specifically.
homeless hunters from Yakuza, because this was right when that game happened, because, the end of the game. So he picks up all the money. These homeless hunters come after him, and that's when Arai shows up, beats them up, and gives the money back to him. And that just is very moving to Akiyama. He's like, why did this guy take a chance on me and, give me a fight for me when he didn't even know I was just some homeless guy? And he said, from that day on, I took a bet out on him that he would become the king.
Yeah, he's put all his chips in on Arai, and Arai at the time had just joined up with Kanemura. Like,
he was like a
fresh
nobody.
face. But yeah, he's saying all this lofty stuff about, hey, everybody's got a dream. He says
that got me.
This
that
isn't
that
Yakuza
line,
5.
Oh,
What are you
yeah.
talking about?
It's Yume.
I was gonna say this kind of we spent so much time with Kamurocho, which I hear some people say that Kamurocho is kind of its own character, like it grows and changes through the game, and it's like such a living.
I've heard you say that.
Location. Yeah,
I would say this also.
I'm famous for saying my famous quote, but I like this thing where he's like, everyone here comes here with a dream, whether it be landing a woman, getting rich. Everyone has a dream. It made me think about the lady who goes to work at Smile Burger in Yakuza 3. Like, her dream is just to live in the big city.
Yeah, she just wants to live in the city, and she doesn't care if she has to work at a Smile Burger or make. She won't make much money, but as long as she can live in the city.
Because it's always like Kamurocho is such a disaster of a place sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, why do people keep living here? Oh, it's because, they've got their
why
dreams.
do
wanna
people
make
live
it
in any
big.
big city, It's like they have any number of reasons,
It's because
in a city like this, anything can happen.
it's the dream that one day NY Hot Dog will open its doors. I'm waiting.
Yes, one day.
I'm waiting.
We'll throw them open. It's like the Wonka factory. You got to get a gold.
It was like a joke for me. It was like a joke for me playing through the series, like when I had no idea what was going on. Of like, one day they'll let me in NY Hot Dog. And now that I'm like, we've played all the games, we're fully caught up. We're sitting here waiting for news for Yakuza 8 to drop, and now I'm just like, maybe Smile Burger's coming, folks. Maybe it's real. One day. It's like the people in GTA who wanted the jetpack. Like, if you go into the internet cafe, walk around the cubicle 3 times, and then you open your phone and check your text, maybe the Smile Burger will open up, or the NY Hot Dog will open up, and you can get the secret restaurant. 0 upvotes. Damn it.
But yeah, he's talking about how Kamurocho, it's fucking chaos these days. Like, everybody, there's a million Yakuza families. There's so many.
The jungle.
Small time.
It's a jungle.
Yeah, it's a jungle.
When he starts comparing it to a jungle and starts talking about a king, I'm like, please don't fucking talk about lions. They don't live in the jungle. And then, of course,
he starts talking about
bananas.
lions.
He starts talking about lions.
I was like, no,
mad.
it's like tigers. Tigers live in the jungle, right?
Well, tigers live in India.
Yeah, tigers live in India, which
India
has
It's a common old metaphor, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
but I think one of the things
lions don't fucking live there. They live on the Serengeti.
Whenever I watch these kind of scenes too, I always notice something new. And one of the points that Akiyama was making was that they need a king of the jungle, and
since Kiryu,
with Kiryu quote unquote retired, they need someone to step up. And
when he went to take care of some snot-nosed brats,
right. And one of the things I noticed too about this scene, when he gives the flashback, you see the flashback with like Akiyama and Arai just standing there all majestically and powerful. If you look at that scene of Arai, he's there in his his very fancy purple suit. His pose, the pose he is when he's standing, looks almost exactly like Kiryu's neutral pose. He's got his arms by his side, fists clenched. He's like got his body tilted and looking over his shoulder like he's he's just like Kiryu standing normally on the street with his very imposing pose. And I'm like, I just noticed it reviewing for this episode that I think they wanted to play the, the idea. It's like he looks just like Kiryu when he stands, so he's going to be the new Kiryu. Or is that how they're playing him up?
Yeah, like what's the sub? Isn't there a subtitle for this in Japanese? It's what is it? I wish I knew.
Like a New Dragon. No, wait. Like a New Dragon is
it's
Shinryu Gagatoku.
Yeah. So it's like they're kind of building up to like this could be Like a Dragon 4, the successor to the Legend. So like
right, that was a subtitle.
They're building up like there could be a new Kiryu on the scene. Like, is it one of these 4 people you play as? Is it Arai? Like he's obviously not on the scene anymore. So like maybe somebody else could step up. Hold on, just a second. I'll be right back.
It's really funny. Oh, okay.
Okay, sorry. I'm back.
It's really funny to me that every single game is like, who's gonna be the new Kiryu?
Yeah,
it's like, or like even before Kiryu was the Dragon of Dojima, we get what's his name, who's like, I will be the Dragon of Dojima in Yakuza 0. I can't think of that guy's.
Shibusawa,
Shibusawa is like, I will be the Dragon of Dojima before Kiryu's even the dragon, and then Ryuji's like, I'm the Dragon of Dojima, and now Arai's like, I'm gonna be the new Kiryu.
Only room for one dragon.
Only room for one dragon, and sometimes that dragon goes off to be a dad in Okinawa, and sometimes, well, I don't want to spoil the game. I was like almost gonna spoil it.
We're gonna go deep if we don't.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. It's just a bunch of dudes trying to be the main character from the other games.
They're trying to be the new protagonist of Kamurocho.
Yeah, if you can kill Kiryu, you get to be the guy in the next game, but pretty much guaranteed. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like this is what there's a lot of comparisons. People say there's a lot of like wrestling in Yakuza.
Sure.
Both in the combat and just like the melodrama of the story. And this is what Kiryu reminds me of. Like he's the heavyweight champion. He's the Okada. He's the big guy in charge, and everything pretty much revolves around him.
John Cena,
and everyone is just gunning for him all the time. Like if you can take the belt away from Kiryu, you get to be the face of the face of Kamurocho wrestling. But sometimes he retires to go shoot a movie. Shoot a Fast and the Furious movie.
It's funny you guys looking for these metaphors, because when I look at Kiryu, the character I see most often, and it's not a wrestling character, it's Superman. Because Kiryu is always played up as the one who solves the problems, the one who takes the hits, the one who is essentially invulnerable. And it's one of those weird things about him as a character that it's like, as you get later in the series, not spoil too much, but we're going to kind of get into the idea of, he is still technically a human, and yet he keeps solving all the Yakuza problems, and it's like he is technically the Superman of that series.
I love that comparison. Yeah. That makes he's so powerful, and he's such like a, but I'm not super familiar with Superman, but like I feel like there's stuff about the toll that being Superman might take on him.
Exactly.
I feel like. And it's like, well, what does Kiryu do when everything he does is just like, I gotta save the Tojo clan. The clan who, by the way, has kind of repeatedly ruined his life and tried to kill him over and over again. Like the Tojo clan does not treat Kiryu well at all, but he gives it all. Oh, man. And this is one of the, 3 is the first game that starts exploring that relationship, I think, and it definitely moves forward from here. And I'm very excited to talk about some stuff in this game.
Yep.
Akiyama gets scolded by Hana, who tells him he's been slacking and he needs to go collect a debt from Bar Marimba. I believe? Marimba. Yeah. But then on the way, he gets a call from Elise manager who says, "Hey, come on, you gotta do the hostess minigame.
Yeah, come on, you gotta learn about the cabaret club." And Akiyama says, "Certainly, I forget about making money. I gotta go to the fucking Elise."
Can't expect people to actually be paid to do this. I had to do it myself.
Here's a question. Do you know how to play this game?
What?
Do you know how this works? Yeah.
The man wrote a game fact.
I wrote the
I
guide
know.
for it.
You're the only person in the world that I think might know how this Hostess Club mechanic works.
I mean, yeah, essentially. How
does it
I
work?
don't think we have time to go into all of it, but yeah.
Can you give us like a 2-minute, like a 1-minute SparkNotes summary of what the fuck you're supposed to do in this game? I have tried, believe me.
I mean, well, it starts you pick. I mean, of course, that we're going to get into it later when it becomes available, and we don't necessarily have to get into it. But essentially, it's just finding a person to train up to be the number one hostess. You basically have to give her these little training sessions to improve her stats, and then make sure you put her in the right outfits so that the people in the club will accept her. Essentially, I guess you'd say. You just have to match like a couple of different traits that they're expecting, whether it's elegant or cute or flashy, that kind of thing.
Right,
And
so this is familiar territory to us, because this is in the later iterations of this minigame.
essentially,
So
but the problem
from
is
what
it's so stripped down in this version. It's really just
Yeah.
you push a couple buttons to get the stats boosted, you walk around the club for a little bit to get the results, you get the money back, and then you do it all over again, and it's just so boring.
Yeah, maybe the reason that I feel like I don't understand how this game works is because there's basically nothing to it. Because it's just like it's like a dress-up game where you have to wait 3 minutes to play the dress-up game again, and then they really fixed this so good.
Right. The real
Yakuza 0.
experimentation is in the dressing up, and that's where you try to figure out what gets what stats. Or you could just read my guide where I tell you exactly what to wear, and it's
Man
easy
showing
after
his
that.
guides on our show.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's our job. We're supposed to show your guides on
We're
our
supposed
show.
to show your guides, yeah.
Hey, I gotta work the brand.
It's okay. I think every single person who listens to this podcast has used your guides at least once.
Yes.
Because every time someone starts
Joins the
listening to our,
Discord and
they go,
it's-
"Oh my God, the guy who does all
You're
the
guy who
guides."
writes the game facts. I
It's
really
super
love your
funny.
guides. Thank you.
Thank you for the guides, which must feel very very gratifying.
Oh, yeah.
By the way.
Absolutely.
So you go to Club Elise and you play the game for a little bit, and
They force you to play the game. This is the only time
It's
I will be
terrible,
playing
yeah.
the game in this right now.
you gotta dress up Lily, and Akiyama goes, "Wow, she's really our #1 girl."
Hey, that's
I know.
a callback
It's really
to
the
the episodes we never
tutorial level.
released.
Did it? Are you sure we never made that joke before? Are you sure?
That's in fucking chapter 1 of Yakuza 5, dumbass. Of course, nobody's heard that.
No, I swear to God, you've done that
Number one.
reference.
No, well, maybe we have before,
Maybe.
but like,
I'm sure you've done it on the podcast. Anyway, Carrie leaves to go to bar Marimba.
Akiyama.
Who?
We're playing as a different
Kiryu.
person now. Who's Kiryu?
Kiryu shows up and he's like, "I'm gonna collect that debt." Akiyama goes to bar
Akiyama's not gonna
Marimba.
do it. I guess I'll do it, Hana. Give me the keys.
He goes to bar Marimba and it's all locked up tight. He runs into what we will in this podcast we will refer to as a drag queen or a cross dresser. The game is using all kinds of words, and in English or in Japanese, they're not great words to use.
Right.
And by great, I mean they're widely considered to be slurs.
It's one of those where it's quote unquote different culturally over there. Like some of them claim it for themselves, some of them,
Yeah, it's very loaded. I remember asking my Japanese teacher in college about that word, and I was like, "Is this like? Does it mean like a drag queen? Does it mean like what does it mean?" And then he told me like it's generally considered very rude to use.
Yeah.
So and then in One Piece they use it all the time, which is great.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They sure do.
This bar that the drag queen is standing in front of is Drama Queen, and she tells Akiyama that this is a drag bar, and Akiyama's like, "Wait, isn't this the bar that Lily said she worked at?
Yeah.
Why would she work at a drag bar? Like, she must interesting. Let me go and investigate." Oh my God, the guy in here is dead.
And naked.
You see a sick computer screensaver. And then a fucking dead guy. Holy shit.
Akiyama's looking at the pipes for like 5 minutes before he sees the body.
Whoa.
It's just like Kanemura, except he's like cold. This is like, remember in Lost Judgment, the nasty dead body?
Oh yeah, I think it's hard to forget that one.
Yeah,
They don't let you forget it.
Yeah, they don't let you forget it. It's like that, but less gross. But the guy's like cold and pallid, and
It's just
the
pale,
blood's all
really.
dry. Yeah. And he's nude, except he's wearing boxers because, He's Geralt of Rivia nude.
As nude as Geralt ever gets.
Yeah. The man won't take those boxers off, no matter how much we want him to.
Yeah, so he's cold as ice. He's been dead for a few days.
He's been dead for
days. The blood
days.
is all dried up. He's pale as shit. And but the biggest detail here, there's a couple things. One, there is a Shibata crest on his coat that has been discarded.
Interesting.
So, okay.
Family man.
And two, even though Lily doesn't work here, there are a number of lighters sitting on the desk nearby that look just like hers with the drama queen logo on them.
Very interesting.
Just promotional.
You go. I like Akiyama goes outside and the drag queen is still standing out there, and he doesn't mention it. He's just like, I won't say anything about the dead body in there.
We will say at this point that Columbo has already figured this one out.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I've got to be honest. I don't remember what is going on in this storyline about the dead people. We get a suspect.
Akiyama's putting it together at this point.
Yeah, he is putting it together. Yeah.
So Akiyama's like, well, I better
not gonna let it ruin my day.
Gotta go back to Sky Fine. Oh my God!
Oh,
Hana's
dead.
She does not deserve this. She doesn't deserve any of this.
Yeah,
poor Hana.
The office is absolutely trashed, and Hana is lying on the floor.
She's got a head wound.
What the fuck happened to the 24-hour surveillance that those cops were going to do?
That's an excellent question.
They
my
really
God,
copped
never
it
thought of
up.
that.
Is what they copped it up. They went out for donuts and never came back.
Yeah, we were going to get donuts. Sorry.
Well,
sorry.
Alternatively, they were there watching Akiyama and not the business.
That's a good point, but I still think that they should probably have guys on the office all the time.
One would think.
They sure should. They were on their phone.
Unless the police aren't really meant to serve us.
One of us had to carry the coffee.
Right. One of them's on their phone, like posting, "We are the only ones protecting the city from falling into complete chaos." And in the background, you can just see Hana being the guys walking into the office carrying Kido out, like he's all tied up.
Akiyama swinging a bicycle at a guy, just like shooting them with guns and impaling a man with a chainsaw.
Cops are playing pachinko on their phone.
Right.
777 down.
It's just Date on the phone with his daughter. Oh, come on, sweetie.
Yeah.
You can go to the pachinko parlor in this game.
Can you?
Right. You guys never actually covered that.
Oh, yeah.
Actual pachinko is playable in this game.
Yakuza 5 is the one that I always think of. It has the horrible patch of slots that are insufferable.
Because I've tried it before. I just forget about it because I tried it once and I was like, I don't understand what the fuck's going on.
I always think about I am the kind of person that I know for a fact that if I didn't give myself, if I go into a casino with $20, I will lose the $20 and I will say, okay, I've had enough. Mm-hmm. But if I didn't do that, I would just lose all my money. But the good thing about patch slots is that I would go in, I would lose, a couple hundred, like I would lose a couple thousand yen, and then I'd say, I have no fucking idea how to win or lose this game, and then I would walk out.
I didn't even get a Porygon out of this. This sucks. Fuck.
Fuck. Anyway, Hana is telling Akiyama what happened. She says that she walked into the office, and Kido was there holding the world's largest book. Most extremely
large book.
It's so big, and the camera zooms in.
Do you know what the book is, though?
It's like
a law book.
Yeah, it's a law book. Yeah. It's called The Six Codes, which I actually looked up for this. Is
it a real book?
Yeah, it's a real book. It's like basically the civil and criminal codes for Japan as they developed over like the past 150 years or so.
Right, because Akiyama says earlier that he had a law degree. He had a law degree.
He had a law degree.
He was friends with Yakumi. That's not true. It might be true. It's a possibility that they've ran into each other at some point, but we've never seen it.
It's true.
I'm not sure the time works out,
the camera zooms in on the book real close, and the fact that Kido is like holding it as if it's important somehow, but I don't know. And then she sits down. She says Akiyama always turns his phone off for seemingly no reason.
Well, she says that he does it like so that his vibes aren't ruined when somebody calls him when he's out and about.
But people call him all the time. Yeah, but people call him all the time.
This is me though. Like I fucking silence my phone and when I go to sleep so that if my fucking job calls me, I can be like not gonna let it ruin my day.
Okay, but going to sleep and going out on the town is very different.
When my job tried to call me while I'm out on the town, they're not gonna fucking hear me.
Oh, one
Fair
thing
enough.
one thing we kind of skipped over a bit was talking about the music on the way home from.
Oh
Drunk
my
Queen's
god, I
High
was gonna
Finance.
talk about this and I forgot. It's
Yeah.
so cool. It's like
The,
neo noir, like.
Oh
It's
yeah,
great.
didn't they play this in chapter 1 as well?
I don't think it
don't
was this specific
remember.
track. This one's
Okay,
called
it was
Whiskey.
another one of the noirish.
Yeah,
tracks.
this one's called Whiskey and Rhapsody. If you guys want to look this one up, it's a
That's so
very
cool.
surreal and kind of creepy, jazzy,
Yes.
funky tune. So
I do-
yeah,
I've
take
been
a listen if
listening
you can.
to. Not
Yeah.
to. This is completely different than like when I say the band that I'm about to talk about, people are gonna go, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Those musics are not anything like each other. But I've been listening to a lot of Cassiopeia lately.
Okay, yeah,
I've just been.
I played the song "Nervousness" in
Uh-huh.
chapter 1. No, that's a different
I
one.
was-
and I think that
Yep.
song only plays in chapter 1. So
Anyway, my point is I've been really into Japanese jazz fusion lately, so hearing this cool jazzy, creepy kind of track was like, ooh, yeah, ooh, baby.
It fits the scene well.
It's really good.
yeah,
Of course,
there's a lot
also
of those
have
kind
fun.
of tracks in this game.
Have fun
It's
doing
very-
side content.
There's
as
some
this
very
kind of
experimental
music's
tracks
playing.
in this game. Yeah.
Yes,
I think
love when-
I really think the soundtracks start getting a lot better in this game. Like I think
Oh,
5,
absolutely.
like this one and onward all have like.
See, I always
really
like-
excellent-
I like when the music, and I know Judgment does this really well because I mean that is like a neo noir
Oh,
detective
yeah,
game
yes.
when it has like the cool like horns and it's like really. But I don't like when the games are like. Then I just can't focus. But when it's like cool and jazzy, that's better. That's much better. That's preferable. So basically, what happened was some dudes came in, some Yakuza. They kidnapped
pistol-whipped
Kido.
Hana.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
pistol whipped Hana. They're from the Midorikawa family, or the
Sorry.
the Hatsushiba
Right.
clan.
Yeah,
The guy's name is
Midorikawa
Midorikawa.
head
Is the
gooey
guy,
here,
yeah. Yeah, and he kidnapped Kido and took their ledger of all of their clients, which is no good.
Yes, like they were actually here to get the registry, but Kido was also here, so they're like, "Well, yoink."
Well,
we're
they
gonna
were
take
looking,
him.
yeah, because people were looking for Kido. So
Yes,
Right.
it's just a happy accident that they.
Happy
were able to
accident.
we
take
also
him.
find out that the what's it called, the Hana Shiba clan,
Hatsushiba.
Hatsushiba clan, the Hana's Shiba clan. That's her dog.
Hana Shiba clan. That's what she calls her dogs.
Yeah, the Hatsushiba clan is like tight with the Shibata clan.
They're probably
There are
subservient
so
to
many.
them.
There are so many clans in this game.
Yeah.
The Shibata family is the one that is close with the Ue no Seiwa, and this is
The Ueno
one.
Seiwa are on equal terms with the Tojo clan as a whole.
Right.
Yeah,
But they
But
did
the
used to
Shibata-
have
treated
beef
equally.
with the Shibata family in the 80s. is
Yeah.
the thing.
Shibata cut his finger off and gave it to the Ue no Seiwa guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Katsuragi.
The captain. I'm like that guy from chapter. Hey, it's me again.
Can you explain the whole plot to me?
I lost the track of things again. Anyway, the Hatsushiba clan is close with the Shibata clan,
Right.
who is the one that all the dudes in are getting murdered, or that what's his name?
Kanamura.
Kanamura
Mm-hmm.
was
Was under
works
Shibata,
for-
yep.
Yeah, he was the
Yeah, it was under
subsidiary,
Shibata, and he was murdered. Another Shibata man was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And then also Arai killed an Ue no Seiwa dude, and that's probably linked to this all as well in a way that I can't remember because it's been a while.
Who the fuck no? I don't remember.
Well,
Yeah.
anything.
I do want
Anyway.
to give one little shout out to Hana's actress Aya Hirano, famous anime actress. She was Haruhi Suzumiya, but I just really love
Oh.
in the scene where she's
know who
dressing
that is.
down Midorikawa. She just does this nice thing where she just drops her tone as she gets ththreatening, and it just works
I
so
love
well.
Hana.
She's
She's
so
so cool.
I can
fantastic.
kick you out myself.
I love Hana is so much better than Cop Lady from Yakuza 2 who
Agreed.
Sayama.
Yeah, who's Sayama. That's
She's also
her name.
got a very good singing voice.
She's got a beautiful singing
like,
voice.
if you
It's
listen
Aya
to-
Hirano.
if you
She's
listen to
incredible,
Our
yeah.
yeah, our outro is
Yeah.
Pure Love and Kamurocho. She does a great job there. She has a song in Ishin, I believe.
Yes, she has a song in
Asura
Ishin.
Komachi, which is so good. She really goes all out on
We
that
love
one.
we love Hana.
That one listens well.
Hana is underappreciated in
Mm-hmm.
this game. Anyway, we gotta go save Kido, but before we can do that, on his way out,
I will
Akiyama meets
say,
with-
but before you
Yeah.
leave, Hana's just like, "Don't worry,
I'll call an ambulance.
She said she already called an ambulance.
She already
While
did
collapsed,
it. Yeah.
she called an ambulance.
She was still on the fucking floor. She called an ambulance and just kept lying
There ain't
there.
nobody like Hana. That's what I'm saying.
She didn't even like get up to go to the couch or anything. She's like,
Truly goated. Truly the best. And she's like, also, by the way, Akiyama, I ordered you lunch. Or I ordered you dinner while I was bleeding.
Crawled
there's a
herself to
pizza.
the phone using her little
Akiyama walks
exercise
up.
horsey.
Akiyama walks outside and Max says, "Hey, it's me, Mac, from Yakuza 3. Remember me? I'm showing up one
Hey.
chapter before you're done." Hey,
Yes.
boy!
No, wrong.
Yeah! I love him. I love Max so fucking much. I'm so glad he's back for this game. I just wish that
Max
he
back.
showed up a bit earlier. I mean, his deal is the exact same.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Hey, have you ever had a revelation?" And
Akiyama
like,
sees him. He says, "Hey, that
No.
guy looks suspicious," and he chases after him.
chases him. No, he's just like, "Ooh, if you ever take a good picture on your cell phone, you might learn how to kick people good.
You can blog about it.
You can blog about it. So do that." And then we see
He
some,
does
this
also
game-
call you a
yeah.
washed-up porn star when he sees you.
You know,
It's very good.
I don't want to say it.
He's
but-
got the open shirt, the kind of scrungly look, and the gold chain.
Yeah, he's pretty.
Like, yeah.
He's pretty scrungly.
With the 100 yen coin.
Anyway, he points over across the way, and on top of a building, there's like a girl like shouting, and then it's like, "Do the revelation." I think Yakuza 4 has a really crude sense of humor that is like more crude than the rest of the series. I think to some degree. We see this like.
Are you sure about that?
I don't know. There are two.
If we're talking
Remember
Revelations,
Judgment?
yeah.
Do you remember fucking ass?
Oh,
Snatch
that's
him from
true. That's
Judgment?
true.
I mean, the fuck
That's
you
true.
talking
the
about?
The perverts were
Yeah.
pretty bad. I don't know. This one just seemed like more egregious than usual. Of this pervert man in his underwear with like underwear on his head, and he's like Spider-Man jumping around and swinging around, and then he like slips and falls, and he uses like a bra to catch himself, and then he like falls and then classical music plays as all the underwear like flies out of his bag, and he like reaches. Oh my god, guys, come on!
I'm pretty sure it's straight up a riff on one of the episodes of Cowboy Bebop where they fall out of a church window. Yeah. If you guys haven't watched Cowboy Bebop in a while, I'm pretty
Maybe.
sure I know
I have
exactly
not.
what scene that is.
I have not seen Cowboy Bebop in a long. I've seen it. I've seen the first half of it, but I never finished it. It's good though.
Yep.
Sure.
Look up
There is
Greenbird.
There is one funny moment in the scene, which is the guy lands and then just one broad like gracefully hits himself in the eyes, and it plays like a little like bing. Anyway, this teaches.
Akiyama blogs and he says, "Well, there's some
He doesn't
real
even-
perverts
this is
and
the-
freaks in Kamurocho." Anyway,
He doesn't
they like
even
to do
blog
movies.
about it in this game. He doesn't have a blog. This is the thing that pisses me. He just texts it like it's funny.
He emails Mac.
He texts it to
Right.
Mac.
Everyone
but,
does
like,
a little something
I-
different here.
I miss Kiryu having his Revelations blog. His
does he
old man.
Does he still have the blog?
I think he still
He
has
does.
it. I think he still has it in this one. But
Yeah,
like,
okay.
I just
everybody
I
just has a different medium that they can do it through. We'll get to the funniest.
There
one
are
in
some
a
good
bit.
ones. There are some good ones later.
So
But you learn Essence of Triple Strike from this, which just lets you like kick three guys. At
wall
once.
kick off.
Yeah. It's a heat action for 3 guys at once.
We then we do like a little chasing game through Kamurocho where you ask people like, "Hey, where have you seen a bunch of guys?" And it leads you to like an underground tunnel area.
But wait,
It's under the
wait.
theater.
Wait.
Before you do that, you can talk to a guy in Theater Square, and if you say, "Oh, these guys took my friend," he's like, "Oh, I saw some guys with carrying a beat up dude like over under the theater." Okay, yeah, that's great. That leads you in the right direction. But if you say, "Hey, they took my client registry," he says, "Oh, that's horrible. You know, people are just doing all sorts of shit these days. Look, there's some guys over there. Don't they look shady? You should go check them out." And you can go check them out. And you're like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Were you just at Sky Finance?" And they say, "Hey, how did you know we were just at Sky Finance?" And then some other guys walk up, and it's the tutorial guys. It's
Oh my God.
Combat
Oh my
Tutorials
gosh.
LLC.
It's Combat
They're back.
Tutorials
You can miss
LLC. They're
this.
back, baby.
You can miss this. And they say, "Hey, Akiyama, we're back. And we're not for a tutorial this time. We just want revenge because you beat our asses so bad. So we hired these goons. We were going to go trash the place."
Hana called.
Yeah, so you just fight all these 6 guys, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, please. I'm going to
you
leave
put us
town,
at a-
I swear, I promise."
Goodbye. We're gonna franchise. We're gonna open up a franchise in Yokohama.
What a
We'll
nice
see you in-
coda into that story.
Yeah, that's great.
And,
I
and
love
then this is when you can get
tutorials
the
all this
legendary
year.
line. I'm gonna have nightmares about those feet, man. You didn't tell me that he was so talented.
Nightmares.
I remember when Benny says that in Fallout New Vegas. Ring a ding ding, I'm gonna have nightmares about those feet. Ha cha cha.
Anyways, they're like, we'll be back. We promise. We're going to train and come back and we'll beat your ass one day. Anyways, we saw some Yakuza types going to the theater past the coin lockers. Just a tip from me to you, buddy. Anyways, we're out of here. We're going to
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go around back. Like you go and then you run into some homeless guys and they're like, "Oh, go around the back of."
Yeah, they lock the
Millennium
door
Tower.
here, but you can just go around the back. It's fine.
So you go in and then they get this like big series of like tunnels and it's kind of boring looking and hey, it's a long
It's
battle.
But there's
It's
nothing
different for
here.
the series, though. It's like you never really gone underground up to this point.
Yeah.
And you like,
Spend a
It kinda
lot of time
reminds you of the
underground
place-
very soon.
fair enough. Yeah.
It kind of reminds you of the place that you go in Yakuza 2 when the guys are like busting up the servers.
In a way,
That's kind of
yeah.
what this whole area looks like.
Well, that wasn't the power. That wasn't the server room. That was like the power.
Oh, it's the
station
power
in the
room,
fucking
right?
building.
Right. So you go downstairs, and then Akiyama's like runs into these Hatsushiba dudes, and then they go long battle time, bitch.
It's time for a
Yep.
long battle.
This is a weird long battle, though.
Yeah, this is a strange
There are two notable things about this long battle, maybe three. The first one is that partway through, you encounter a locked door. And,
Well, before that, you encounter a
uh-huh.
man named Tsukagawa. He's one of the homeless guys who was living here. Him and his friend, were going to take the thing,
Right.
the place back. While they heard the commotion you were making, they were going to beat some guys up. But his friend ran off, so he's without a partner. So he just teams up with you, even when you're like, "Don't do this." Don't do
Yeah,
this.
you have
I'm
like
getting this on
an
my own.
AI companion with you.
Please,
who
this is
doesn't
the
really-
only long battle I'm going to get to do as this character. Just let
Yeah.
me do it on my own.
without this random homeless man with me who's just gonna walk around blocking the whole time.
Yeah, and then you get to the locked door.
Yeah.
And
Hey, my
Tsukagawa's
friend's
like,
actually used to be a locksmith.
My huge pussy friend who ran away is actually a locksmith. How fortunate. His name is Kakuda.
He's
you
the
go to
lockpicking lawyer of Kamurocho.
You go to the lockpicking lawyer and he says, this is actually a really easy door to unlock. I could get in just like 1.5 seconds.
He's like, oh, a master lock? I can kill this thing in 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, this is a master lock, no problem.
That's the one thing I know from lockpicking lawyers, that
the
master locks
locks
are
fucking
shit.
suck. Yeah,
He picked a Child's Moomin novelty lock that he said was considerably harder.
Took him
than
longer to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, yeah, well, I can pick this lock in no time at all, but I'm a huge pussy, so you're gonna have to like get rid of all the guys between me and the door so that I don't piss my pants and run away and cry.
So you do. And
So
then
you
he
do
picks
that,
it.
and then he does it, and then you do it again, and then you do it a third time. And behind this door is a guy that I never fucking mentioned in Yakuza 3 and all.
I didn't know he was
true,
in
you
that
didn't.
game. I would have
was from
mentioned
that
him had I
game.
known he was in 3, but no, you walk in and fucking Doc Brown is there,
Yeah, Doc
and
Brown
when
is here.
I played
It's
this game the first
uncanny.
time, Doc Brown is there sitting in front of one of those arcade machines that you play that cost way too much money, and you go in a little pod and it rocks around as you shoot like TIE fighters
Yeah,
or
it's
whatever.
It's the
Jurassic
game.
Park one, and he's just like a mad scientist. He looks exactly like Doc Brown. I didn't know he was in 3 when you told me we
Yeah.
forgot to talk about. I was like, he's in that. Where is he? Where do you even meet him?
He's in.
Anyway.
He's in a kidnapping alley. He's in the Champion District.
Champion District.
Really? Huh. Anyway, you save him and you help him fight off some guys. It's just very funny when you walk through a door and Doc Brown is standing there.
Yeah.
It's
In front of a
bananas.
big funny chair, and they're kicking the big chair. His name is
Yeah.
Dr. Minamida, and the like homeless guys know who he is, and then you go and kick their asses. And can you even do his minigame in this section?
No, because it's a long
Yeah.
battle. You're
Yep,
stuck
you're
in
already
it.
in the middle of the fight.
like after the long battle. Can you come back and do
Yes.
this little?
Yes,
Okay.
because you do get a little bit of free roam time. You can come back
Because
here
it's your
and
only chance.
replay,
You have
like,
5
the two
minutes
boss
left to
fights
buck
you've done
you
up
up.
to this
Yeah.
point.
But like you said,
Yeah,
the
but-
music's playing, so it's hard to remind people to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk about Minamita's funny chair. In a
He
later
does try to
part.
tell you about the funny chair, about how through the power of VR hentai you can like power up, but Akiyama's
yeah.
like, "Boy, I'm too busy for this, old man. Please, I'm in a long battle right now."
I'm not gonna sit. This is literally that thing that Elon Musk created that just kills monkeys.
All right.
It's called the IF7R, and it's gonna revolutionize the way that we jack off, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we'll talk about it when we get to our next character. I think this is a little ridiculous. You get
He
to
says, "Okay, all right, you little bitch nerd guy. Not you, Minamita. I mean the other one.
Yeah.
Can you unlock this one last door to me? There's a boss fight through there."
Yeah.
So he says, "Yeah, okay," and you go to the
We
boss
walk
fight.
into the world's coolest greased. This is where they built some
Yes.
greased lightning. Is what like it's got like polished
It looks
floors
like a
and there's a bunch
fucking,
of
like audio studio,
Yeah,
like the
it
a
does.
record exec's office.
right. This is where and
Like all
Mina,
the biggest
and
stars were made in this room.
There's like
Yeah.
blue flames on the door.
palm tree guys love palm tree girls. Midorikawa is there with Hatsushiba himself, who we've never seen before. And Midorikawa's an extra annoying boss because first he starts with a gun and then
I don't even know if
pulls out
Hatsushiba has a voice actor. I don't know if he talks it.
I don't think he does.
He does.
I think
but it's like
Okay.
just a few lines, and he's no one special.
No,
Yeah,
I do love.
most
By the
of
way,
his
one thing about the
dialogue
long
is
battle,
just,
one
text boxes.
one notable thing about the long battle that I really like is you're like fighting through these tunnels, underground, and you know all the long battles are corridor based. It's a problem. It's a problem. I'm not a fan of it, but I do love you're in this like former homeless camp, sewer tunnel place. And you just get to the end of a corridor and you see just waiting for you a couch guy with a big, beautiful, lavish purple couch. And it's like, where did you get this from? Who are you? What's your story? Did you lug that all the way from this cool greased lightning office? Like, what?
No,
What happened here?
Look, somebody threw away the big fancy couch,
The
and the
big-
homeless
yeah,
guys
the
just
big-
took it, you know,
Uh-huh.
they left it
So
at the
you-
curb. So they could just take it.
You fight Midorikawa. He has a gun. He doesn't have a lot of health, so you know he's going to bust out with a funny weapon later. He, like, calls in 4 guys. You beat them up, and then he busts out with a chainsaw. This is, I
Now,
think,
this is
one of...
pretty fun.
This is pretty cool.
The
This is
fight
one of,
starts
I
and he
think...
has a gun, and you're like, oh, this sucks.
I hate gunfights. But
seen
then
this guy
he fights you
before.
with a much cooler weapon that's great, and he's like wildly. It's like the dad from Resident Evil. He's just swinging it all over the fucking
Yeah.
place.
He is not skilled with it.
No,
He's doing
it's
Dr.
good. I love the
Salvador
animations. Yeah. This is, I think, the first of maybe 2 chainsaw wielding bosses in the series.
Yeah,
In the
we
entire
don't get
series,
lost.
yes.
Yeah, Lost Judgment has a chainsaw
Yes.
guy. It's cool. It's like my opinion is nothing beats a good chainsaw in a video game.
Oh, not at all.
Especially when you're fighting a guy with a chainsaw, like in Resident Evil,
Resident
when
Evil
the
4,
chainsaw,
yeah, of course.
the chainsaw guys are like so fucking scary when you start playing. It's like, oh my god, they will kill you so fast.
Well,
but you
if
can-
you manage to kill fucking
Midorikawa.
Midorikawa right here, you can get 10,000 G right now. You know, you can get a nice upgrade for your gun.
For the blacktail.
You can get a rocket launcher to use in the final boss fight in 5 minutes.
Sorry, not the blacktail. The red 9. That's the one you want.
Right? Is that
That's the one
is that
you
the
want.
shotgun? Or is that the revolver?
That's the
The red
pistol.
9 is the Mauser.
Yep.
Oh yes. I always think about the shotgun that lets you run really fast in the speed run. That's a good one.
Oh, is it?
What, the striker?
That's the.
That's
I
the
think it's
striker.
The striker lets you run really fast. I don't remember
Yeah.
why.
It's
Yeah,
the Ditkus glitch.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but I don't
Yeah.
remember what exactly triggers that. Even.
Hey, all I
Yeah.
remember is riding off in the jet ski without Ashley.
God, I need to replay
I
that
love-
game soon.
It's
been like a year
soon.
since I played it.
It's a good game. I love when you beat Midorikawa, Shibata. They do this whole exchange first where they're like, "You gave us the ledger, actually," and then Yakiyama's like, "I will take it from." It's so annoying.
You
and then
will need to give it back. I'm just
Yeah,
playing
and then you-
along with your games here.
It's a
Yeah,
pretty
and then you
low-key
beat 'em up.
Manzai routine.
Yeah, it's what's their name, Massimo, and it's the downtown guys, and he's like, "I gave you the book," and the other one's like, "No, you didn't," and then just nobody laughs.
And then Akiyama just
sitting
takes
there,
out a
slaps him
paper
in the
fan.
He just slaps
Yep.
him over the head. It's like one of my favorite jokes from I've never really watched the show, but there's a joke on 30 Rock that I love, and I know I'm just telling another joke on my podcast, which is no good, but the joke is that it's two people doing improv, and it's Sling Blade and Oprah having brunch, and one of the characters goes, "I love these French fried potatoes," and then the other one goes, "No, you don't, Oprah." And it gets me every time. I love bad improv.
That's what Akiyama says here.
Yeah. No, I will take the book back. Yes, and I will kill you. He's just trying to keep this. Come on, Akiyama. Akiyama, I'm trying to do a joke here. I thought you gave us the book. Wink. He's like, come on, dude, just yes and me here, dude. No, you will die. It's just the guy who's in improv class who just keeps trying to do violence.
That's how he got promoted to a Yakuza boss. Just everybody thought he was really funny, and they were like, "Yeah, you need to."
This guy's so funny.
Family.
I would love that as a Yakuza character. Just a guy who's just the reason that he's like Buggy the Clown. Like the only reason he has any powers because he's really funny.
Yeah, where he's the weakest guy in the family, but everybody.
Yeah, but everybody.
He somehow draws he tricks a lot of powerful people into working for him.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're looking for Yakuza that are Manzai routines, we got Majima and Nishida. They're pretty close.
Oh, I love Majima. Yeah. Majima is like the funny Yakuza, but he's also incredibly strong and powerful and like good at what he does.
And Nishida's a straight man.
Yeah.
Has to put up with his garbage.
It's so good.
Okay. Anyways,
so
after,
you get
they do this this wacky routine. Hatsushiba reveals that he was doing this whole thing for Shibata, of course. This is a favor for him. Shibata is looking for Lily. That's why they wanted the client registry. Shibata figured that she would go to you, so you would have her contact information, of course.
Yeah.
And Akiyama's like, okay, well, I'm not going to let it ruin my day. Time to go back to the Sky Finance. You get in, like, right out the door or something, and the manager from Elise calls you again. Apparently Lily's 3 days are up. And she has made 3.25 million yen. Just enough.
Damn, that's a big chunk of change.
Wow. And the manager's like, come on, boss, what if we just kept her on as a hostess? What if we just... No, we can't do that.
No, can't do that.
No, she's going to be my girlfriend, you see.
I can't pay her. I want to date her, guys.
No, that's too weird. Even for
I can't date my own employee, he says, thinking about it.
What if I did, though? Anyways.
It couldn't happen.
Put Lily on the phone. Good job, Lily. Let's go meet at the top of the Millennium Tower. This won't... We'll have a fight up there. We'll have a
big
boss
fight.
Is he gonna have a boss fight? Is he gonna have a boss fight against her?
Yeah, this is the final.
Why is this where they meet?
Test.
This is the weirdest shit.
Get the money.
I love that he decides to meet her up there. It makes no sense. Like, why is he going up here?
Because his money came from the top of the Millennium Tower.
I guess, yeah.
It has to be for this coming scene.
Shouldn't he just, like, run over to the club and give her a briefcase or say, hey, come over here? I don't know. Whatever. We go up to the top of the big funny tower, which hasn't exploded yet, by the way.
It has not exploded in this game.
The things are going fantastic.
Been shot by a helicopter or anything of this nature.
Yeah.
We get to see the beautiful cityscape JPEG.
It looks great. I love the cityscape JPEG. It looks great. It's all green tinted. Did you know that that Japan appears green from space because Japan uses mercury bulbs instead of the bulbs that we use over here that are like orange.
Sulfur bulbs.
Yeah, the sulfur bulbs. It's just a fun fact I know. That's why it's all green here. It's because they use the like mercury-based light bulbs.
That's why Kiwami 2 looks like that.
That's why Kiwami 2 looks like that. It's because of their light bulbs. It's because it's the Matrix and it's got a green tint on it. But then when Akiyama takes the pill, he wakes up and it's all blue.
Whoa.
It's like Twilight.
He takes a JPEG of a pill, which is to say, he presents Lily with the money. By which I mean a JPEG of the money. He says, "Open up the case, look inside," and she does. And it just shows a picture of the opened up case.
It's so funny.
Instead of actually panning down,
I'll make you an offer in cash. I love that he just like plays a little joke about her or with her, where he's like, "I won't open it because it'll blow away in the wind," and then he looks directly at the camera and he smiles.
That's a little wink.
And then Yeah, he winks at the camera, and then he says, "Just kidding." Any normal person
kidding.
would
It's
just
all
like
tied
bundle
up.
it
I'm
up.
not an
It's all
idiot.
tied up. I'm not an idiot. Here, look. And then we see Lily count every single bill just to be 100% sure. So that's why this chapter is 2.5 hours long.
But she counts it all off screen because they can't open the case. They don't have a model.
They didn't
for an
model
open
that,
case with
no.
money in it. Yeah.
It's really, making games is hard. Whatever.
They gotta go
he's like,
somewhere.
I'm gonna give you the
think it's
money. I'm gonna give you the money, and I'm not gonna make you pay me back. But I've got one question for you. Can you tell me why you're killing people?
Well, I mean, he does actually also go on like a
His
little
motivations.
spiel about, oh wow,
Right.
look at. It's hard to think about how so much money could fit in such a small case. About how like a small volume of paper could so drastically change.
Yeah, he
someone's
says
life.
An average college student, a college-educated man this is 1/3 of what he makes in his entire life. And in this little briefcase, you ever think about how much that means, how so little can mean so much? And one more thing. Why are you killing those people?
I did also do the Columbo joke.
You actually missed one more little thing too. He goes into this whole spiel about his idea of trying to be a good judge of character, and that's why this whole thing was involved in the first place.
And you look exactly like my ex. I mean, oh jeez.
Yeah, well, my girlfriend dumped me, and then I got fired from my job. So, and then also
How is
my
a man
friend
who's
murdered somebody. So I wanted to see if maybe a girl would date me. I mean, if I'm a good judge of character, I don't know.
I know this is like how can a man who has everything be
Right.
so lonely? But it's like, how can a man who's so handsome and charming and he's got all this money, how is he such a loser?
Right.
Why is he such a doofus?
Well, yeah,
this
I
is
mean,
how.
I think that is part of the point.
Yeah.
To be fair, but
Yeah.
there's only so far I can ride that train before I'm just like, okay, I want to get off.
So he's like, you killed those Shibata guys. Kanamura was dead and nude, and also so was the guy in Drama Queen, and that's why those Shibata guys attacked us when we were on a date, isn't it? They were after you, not me. And I've solved the mystery. Why did you kill those people? What's your connection?
And the thing is, he is asking her these questions with the stipulation that if she does answer, she will not have to pay him back at all.
And then she's like, I'm going to pay you back at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna, even if it takes the rest of my life, I'm gonna pay you back. Sorry.
This does raise an important question: is why Lily would remove a piece of evidence from the scene of her crime. And
why
carry
did she
it with
take that
her.
lighter?
It is so goofy. It's like, why the fuck did you do this?
Go buy a lighter at the
Really needed a smoke.
How
She's
badly
like,
do
I
you need
need
to
it.
smoke?
This is a number one no smoking
Maybe
campaign.
Like
It's
fell
like,
into her purse or something while she was murdering him. I don't
It
know.
got-
Fuck.
it got caught on her shoe, like it got stuck between her heels
Like a piece of
somehow.
toilet
and
paper.
Yeah, like a piece of toilet paper, and then she was like, "Oh, I'll just use this."
Free
'Cause
lighter.
why would she do that? Anyway, she says, "I will not tell you. I will simply leave forever, but I will pay you back one day." And
This
Akima's
was
like, "Okay."
much like Sirius noticed the music earlier. This does.
Yep.
I mean, this track doesn't really have a name, but we are getting more of that noirish sort of thing.
It's
here.
playing the sad sub-story music from Yakuza 0.
No, it's not. It's playing. I like the track that's playing here. Shut up. It's good. But again,
Yeah, it's very
doesn't have
much-
a name, so we can't do a music drop.
Right, it's very much the noir aspect they're
Yeah,
trying
like
to get
lonely,
here, play it all up.
Like lonely saxophone. Saxophone.
Sexy phone.
Saxophone.
It's the lonely sexy phone.
Yes.
That's what Kiryu picks up at the telephone club mini game.
Moshi Mosh.
Moshi mosh. I'm a nerd. I'm
Bet you
You
like
have large
poplars.
boobs.
You look very slimy. I mean sexy shit.
Fuck.
That mini game is very funny.
Oh,
It's
man.
also very weird,
It's a
but it's very
classic.
funny. I just love all the text options. But the funniest sexy minigame is the one in Yakuza 6 that I'm very excited to talk about someday.
Oh yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get to that
Oh
one.
God. Okay,
I
so
don't think we talked about the sexy minigame in Kiwami 2, where it's just take photos of a
Gravure
nude
photos.
woman.
that one is very weird and boring.
It's
yeah.
kind of dry.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever done it. I just know that it's there.
I did it once, and I think I did it once out of out of curiosity. Oh, jeez. I just wanted to see what it was.
If I wanted to see a naked girl, I could do it anytime I want.
All you got to do to see a naked lady is take out your copy of Yakuza Kiwami 2, and by naked I mean in a bikini.
In a bikini,
Yeah,
and then put it
and
put it in your PlayStation with some bubbles around, and then you can see all the skin that your Mormon mother would allow you to see.
On any given page.
I'm proud to say that I beat the Yakuza 6 sexy minigame because it's so funny.
Well, there's only 2 girls, too. It's pretty easy.
I would buy DLC for more of that minigame, I think. I would spend upwards of $10
You heard it here first, people.
I would.
We have it on tape.
I think we need
It's
to
so
update
funny.
it for a new age. I think it's Yakuza 8 and Ichiban is watching a VTuber and he's in
No,
the Twitch.
Ichiban becomes a VTuber.
We've
That's the
literally
game.
talked about this. I swear to God, we've talked about a VTuber sub-story on our
absolutely.
Discord
Absolutely.
before.
It has to
about,
happen.
like, it would be so good. It would be so fucking good. It's gonna totally happen in Yakuza 8. It's such a
gonna
big
happen.
thing right now. It's gonna be like a VTuber and she has no confidence or something, or like her like she's sad because they only like her character or something, and then I don't know, he helps her get more confident. I don't know. It's so
She shows
obvious.
her real face on the stream.
She shows her
everybody
real
loves her.
face, and then everybody loves her,
Ichiban
and
has to
they're
push
like,
buttons to
wow.
change her emotions so it matches with
Ichiban
time.
has to be her.
We're making
Ichiban
money
has to
right
be
now
One of
here.
her. Ichiban has to be one of her stream moderators and like kick out people who are creepy at her. That's the mini game.
There's a game
part
for
of it,
that,
is
you know.
Like, oh, this is such a.
That is an existing game. You ever heard of that game?
No.
There's like a game where I forget the exact name of it, but it's basically you are a moderator for a streamer. I don't think it's a VTuber. I think it's like supposed to be an actual streamer,
The final
live,
boss
but
is-
it's still anime style. But
The final boss is that you have to be the moderator for Germa's chat, and like
You
that
gotta
ju-
be so fucking
you
fast. Your
really
APM
gotta
has
be
to
so
through the
aggressive.
roof.
Like people are just constantly like, you're gonna shove a baseball up your ass, and then you have to like kick them out. Anyways, so you go back to the after Lily is like, okay, goodbye forever.
Bye, I'm leaving. Never gonna
Goodbye.
see you again.
You go back to.
But
you
if
go
I
back
am
to
back in
Sky
Kamurocho,
Finance.
I'll come
I'll
to
give
see
you
you.
money
I
back.
promise. Haha.
You go back to Sky Finance and you go, good news, Hana. I gave Lily all of
Hang
her
on.
money, and I'm.
hold up a second,
Uh-oh.
because on the way there was when you got the freedom. You got the call to say, "Hey, you ready to start the #1 Hostess Maker minigame for real?" This
No.
Akiyama part's
No, no.
completely
No, no,
almost
no,
over.
no.
But if
No.
you want to just derail it for like hours, so you can do the entire minigame you can do it now.
But
Why
we
did they
won't,
do this?
and we're not.
Right
Why
at
did
the
they
end.
do it? Why did they design it like this?
Look, we're gonna do a sub-story wrap
Yeah.
up next week. I'm not touching that shit with a 10.
I
Oh,
know.
no, I'm-
we were like,
I'm just saying,
we were
you
gonna
get
say
the
this
click
at the end
then,
of
and
the-
it's just so out of place, and
yeah.
nobody's gonna
We
do
were
it.
gonna next week. We're gonna do a little sub story roundup and like side content review at the for our like 5th episode of each character before we move on to our next character. And yeah, I'm not doing that.
You can't make me.
It'll be even more fun when we get to do Yakuza 5 and we get to do the like taxi cab.
I
yeah.
can't wait for that
It's-
because I
those
will
are
play
that
great.
is
shit. I love those.
genuinely
games.
one of my favorite pieces of side content is the street racing taxi cab.
That's so
Oh,
fun.
Fuck,
Yeah,
it's
I
so
mean
fun.
we said it literally
Yeah.
in the last episode, but just like doing that on a bigger map would be just.
I want it so bad. Let me have Ichiban drive for Uber in Yokohama.
Yep, ride sharing.
I want it. It'll be rideshare. It'll be called like we've already done. What am I doing? We literally did this last week.
We literally
Just
did it
get-
on the last episode. Anyways,
Okay,
yeah,
so
but-
Akiyama
but
walks
yeah.
in and he says, "Good news, Hana. I gave away 100 million yen, and I asked for it back. Never." And then she says, "Fuck
I'm
you!
never
I
getting that
quit.
fucking money back, Hana. Good
What is
news.
wrong with you? Why are you doing this? I'm leaving." And then she runs away, and you have to do a chasing minigame against Hana.
You have to do a chase battle.
Girl can run, by the way. She's fast.
She's
Yeah,
fast.
you're not
It's
meant
really
to catch up to
inappropropriate
her
when
or
Akiyama starts
tackle
like
her.
throwing. Yeah, she
doesn't-
starts throwing
she
bricks
doesn't
at
have a health
her.
bar or anything, so it's just like
She starts.
don't lose her.
She starts throw. It would be really funny if you couldn't attack her, but she's still throwing shit at you, like
She's
like
throwing
she's
bottles and
throwing
shit at your
bricks
head.
and bottles at you. Get away from
Drop
me!
kicking you.
You chase her all the way to
Children's Park.
Children's Park, and she's just like, "Listen here, I quit. I can't be. I'm done with you. You're just like I've been by your side for 8 years since we were at Toto Bank, and I'm done. Goodbye."
I do like learning that detail. That's
Yeah, I do like
That's
that.
true. That's you just learning it now.
She reveals like she has a lot of feelings for Akiyama. The fact that he's so hung up on his ex. I don't. Yeah,
weird, she has a lot of weird feelings. Like implied to
it's
be like
she's
maybe
like,
romantic, but she's not even sure. Or she's like, like she's trying to decipher it herself, and she's kind of.
But the fact that like he keeps like he's going after this woman who looks just like his ex. He's so hung up on her.
Hana's got to figure out her best life.
I'm so happy.
And
for
it's
her.
not with this schlub.
No,
or at least not right now.
She needs to get out and star in her own video game.
She's got to promote herself. She's got to sell herself, work on her portfolio.
This is great. She's gonna go work for Marina at at the real estate company. She's gonna come in. She's gonna get a new pair of glasses and a big goofy suit, and I'm so happy for her. She's gonna fight the 5 billionaires.
Yeah, Akiyama is kind of like, okay, yeah, she does.
Okay,
she
whatever.
did look like my ex, and I did kind of, I did go a little gaga over her, but
I do suck.
I did. I'm still. I guess I'm still not completely over. Eri is the ex's name, by the way.
Yep.
But I do feel like I'm sorry that I did that, but she did pass the test, and I think I have at least identified the problem, and I can work on it now. And Hana's
going
like,
to therapy over it.
That's great and all. I'm still quitting though.
Hana, if I go to therapy, will you stay? No. Oh no. Sorry. So one last time before the end of
she's gone. Good for
Hana. Good for her. Yeah, seriously. Akiyama's like, wow, I'm at such a low moment in my life. The only thing that could make my day worse is if someone made me do the Hostess Club minigame. And then he gets a call from the owner of the bar lease manager, and he's like, God damn it! And he's like, no, Akiyama, there's some guys making a ruckus here. Come over here and put a stop to it. Does he say what family is in their club making a ruckus?
No, he just says some Yakuza types.
Yeah.
You go in. What's the deal? We get those all the time. And he says, well, they're looking for Lily.
They specifically asked for Lily. Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk in and there's a guy. You walk in and there's a guy doing japes, and you instantly know that he's from the Majima family.
Singing Kamurocho Lullaby.
He's singing Kamurocho Lullaby.
And he's singing it. Yeah. And he's singing it very badly, which is my favorite. He's like,
that's great.
Horrible. Yeah. It's a good bit, and he's cool. He's like a bunch of piercings, and his tattoos of a giant flaming skull. Like, this guy is a lot.
And he's got one across his stomach that says honor.
Honor.
Yeah.
It's funny, you guys don't really talk too much about tattoos, but this one's odd because it's a very eclectic mix of Western and Eastern motifs, which you don't usually see in these people.
It's not like a mythology thing. He's got like a big flaming skull on his back. It's cool.
Yeah, that's on me. I've kind of meant to talk about the tattoos more, but
Nakahara has a Shisa. Mine has a Kirin.
Yeah, I did mention that it's a Kirin.
We did talk about
you did mention the Kirin, but I think you missed the Shisa on Nakahara from Yakuza 3.
Is that
you're
the
right.
lion dog? What is that?
Yeah, it's the Okinawan lion dog.
Yeah, I love that. Okinawan pride. And then, of course, Rikia has the viper.
You guys did talk about that. You were fine on that one.
Very good one.
Well, the game tells you about that one, to be fair.
This guy's all pierced up. He's got an eyebrow piercing. He's got like a big spike through his like bottom lip. He's cool. And he's being silly. And also,
he's got some other goons with him that clearly aren't enjoying the song, but when he finishes, and they applaud,
they all clap for him. He's Daisaku Minami. He's basically like a youthful Majima for a new generation or something. Like he's like, they tried to make Majima popular with the Zoomers or something.
This is Majima at home.
He's shirtless, by the way, with like, he's got like track pants on. He's basically just acting like Majima, like seriously. Like he's
trying too hard.
He is. He's like,
with the boss, and he wants to be just
how Majima. What Majima did with Nishitani, where he basically just adopted all of his mannerisms and made them his own. This is like him if Majima did that and didn't do a good job at it, because his character. Because really, what Nishitani is a character who was written after Majima. So this is
a way that is not charming at all, and no charisma.
No, he can't do it, and all that. He's pretty fun. Like I think it's kind of funny that this guy is just like so imitating Majima. Yeah. I think it's kind of charming.
Well,
given
the fact we only seen him for so long,
yeah, and he's even doing the Kansai accent too, which is which I like it. And he like makes the goons like clap for him, and he picks up he's gonna start singing more karaoke and
Get to the
Get
top.
to the top
Akiyama
starts
has to-
playing.
Yeah,
This is
it's
before
great.
Dead
He's-
Souls.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna sing our theme song for us.
This was Get to the Top's first game,
Yeah, that's true. Who sings "Get to the Top" in this one?
Haruka.
and I think a couple of the hosts.
Right. Haruka sings
Who
it.
cares?
Yeah. Who gives a shit? He's like,
Hey, we heard that Lily's working here. Hey, we heard Lily's working. Hey, it's me, Adam Sandler. And that lady's so hot.
this is
Trying to
Is this
see
what
like
this guy-
Majima, but
yeah.
I just turn into
Yeah,
Adam
he's just
Sandler.
a-
My enemy is Adam
Hey,
Sandler.
boo, Lily's so hot. I'm coming here to sing karaoke.
It's the worst,
Right.
the fucking worst guy. Absolutely, everybody hates him.
No, please
Nobody
continue.
wants to be around him. So then he's like, I will not tell you where she is. The privacy of our employees is very, very important to us. So I must ask you to leave.
There is a
sir."
funny gag leading into this where, Get to the Top starts playing, and then Akiyama grabs the remote and hits cancel, and Minami's like, hey, what the fuck did you do that for? And he's like, oh, sorry.
He almost pratfalls.
I was trying to hit send.
Look, he got better at
cancel.
improv since the last time.
Yeah, he said, oh, that was an accident. My bad. And Minami's just
Yeah.
like, okay, thank you. Put the song back on.
But then he fucks up again because then he starts trying to do violence in the middle of improv
Yes.
class again. He just can't. But I will say, Minami does a great one-liner here where he goes,
You got some fucking balls, man. Too bad I'm gonna smash them like grapes.
good shit. I
pretty
love
good.
it. And then
Oh, also,
Uh,
when Akiyama tells him about Lily, Minami says, oh, ain't that a kick in the dick?
Oh yeah.
that's Majima's line,
That's
dude.
Majima's line!
You can't do that.
I mean, that's
did
not
they-
the actual line. That's a localized line, but yeah.
Yes, but
You can't
I'm
do
wondering
it.
because this is the remastered one.
Right.
Did they have that in mind from Yakuza 0?
Yeah,
They were
from
I-
Yakuza Zero.
Knowing
we can
that
make this.
the localization producer was John Reisenbach, who did all the remasters in terms of running the show there, and he is the one who would absolutely do that. From my interactions
Yeah,
with him
that-
on Twitter,
it's-
I can
it's
easily
great.
say he'd be the one doing that.
Wonderful.
Anyways, this guy, like, he's got bottle drinking combat theme. He's like,
Yes.
drunken master too.
I
drinking-
like his theme a lot. Crazy guy.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Like I said,
song's
this
called
guy
"All
is-
My Pride." If you're looking for it,
This guy is just like, I will say, this fight suffers from all the Yakuza 4 fights and 3 and not 5 so much, where they just block way too much and it makes it kind of annoying.
It's not too
but
bad in this one. Akiyama's
This guy-
really fast. He can get around that a lot
yeah,
of the time.
this guy is just he's just like imitation Majima. It's really funny. Like he's
got
goofing
some
around.
kind of like drunken master sort of move.
It's kind of I kind of dig it. Like
leg
he's
sweep.
like swimbling around and like drinking and spitting in your face.
Yeah.
He's kind of a Toru Yano kind of guy, just a comedic. Yeah. Anyway, you kick his ass, knock him down, get out of here, sit down, Minami.
I did see an interesting
then-
comment about it's like it's basically the fight is like watching the two personalities of Majima fight against each other. You got the cabaret
Yeah.
manager versus the crazy guy.
I was gonna say this fight reminded me. This is why Yakuza 0 is the best game to play first, because this fight reminds me a lot of this guy dumps a bottle of liquor on his head and he goes, this is so good, I wish I could bathe in it. Then we hear a very familiar voice, and we see some very, very familiar shoes, and
Always the
and
shoes.
extremely familiar eye patch.
and a somewhat familiar suit.
Yeah.
We've known this look for one game. It's Majima. I love how every
Serious
game.
mode.
Yeah, I love every game Majima chills out a little more. And Majima doesn't do any antics here.
Kiryu's not in town, so he's like, okay.
Yeah,
I can tone it
exactly.
down,
Like,
a
it takes a
little
lot of energy.
bit. Yeah, he's
Just like-
he's getting up there in years. He can't do
Yeah.
it all the time.
Right. So
It's like All Might. It's like he's got a.
yeah, he
in
just
super
gets
mode all the
really
time.
yeah.
What did it say about the scene when Majima is the most serious guy in the room?
Right. But he's just being completely straight laced. He's like, yeah, we're looking for. So you heard that we're looking for Lily. She here? And then Akiyama's like, nah. And then
No,
he says,
but
what do you?
why are you looking for her?
So I do want to say one thing. It's like it takes
Uh-huh.
some serious stones on Akiyama to be questioning one of the top brass in the Tojo
It's kind of
clan,
crazy to me
asking
that he
questions
doesn't.
of him. you know?
He also like doesn't know Majima
Exactly.
and I was
Yeah.
really surprised. Like this is kind
Like
of a
he
cool
doesn't
thing
recognize
to
him at first. Like,
He also-
No, he
he
doesn't
doesn't have a
like,
reputation.
He knows his name. He knows his name. He knows that he's the Yakuza doing the Kamurocho Hill stuff, but he's such an outsider to the Tojo clan. Like he knows some very low down, like down to earth families, nobody gives a shit guys. But then Majima, who of course we know and love, he doesn't even know what he looks like. He just knows his name, and it's like, damn, this guy's a complete outsider.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, he doesn't have. Akiyama has absolutely no fears of the Yakuza. He does not give a shit about them. He doesn't give them any like mind. But he asks like why they're even looking for Lily, or if they connection to Shibata, and Majima says, Yasuko's the girl that I have to protect.
Yes.
Because of what happened back in 1985, and it's like
I fucked up.
oh,
I have to make amends for what happened in 1985.
When I went back into the
Remember,
future.
Yakuza 0. You'll know
Yakuza
what's coming.
Yakuza 0, 3 years before Yakuza 0, we get the flashbacks, and it flashes so far back that it flashes into the Yakuza 4 flashbacks, so that's pretty great. We know what happened, and
Yep.
man, it's so fun playing Yakuza 0 first. It's like, that's how you know it's a really good... It's kind of funny because we've always said that Yakuza 0 is a bad prequel to Yakuza Kiwami. Yakuza 0 is a very good prequel to Yakuza 4. In this one very specific way.
What you just fucking said.
Oh, I just said that Yakuza 0 is a bad sequel to Yakuza and a good sequel to Yakuza 4. But only for Majima.
Yeah. Yeah.
The rest of it doesn't matter. But I love this. I love we get Majima. Like I think it's kind of important for us that we try to view this with fresh eyes and recognize that when this game came out, Yakuza 0 didn't exist yet, so
Yes.
This is the first time we gotta think about that, because I think this stuff is gold. But we have already
like
talked
obviously
about
this
it.
is meaningful to us, but like if you have not played this game before, it doesn't really mean anything to you.
Yeah, I mean, well,
No, it's just a
cool
mini
to the
scene
player because
of like almost nothing.
But it's cool to the player that it's giving us a hint that we're gonna
Right.
learn more about our favorite weirdo.
Yeah, like we're
That's
gonna
pretty
find out
cool.
more about this guy here. Ooh.
I mean, we know already that this backstory explains how Majima lost his eye, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
Okay, now that's the end of the chapter, by the way.
Yes. End of Yakiyama's part.
And that's it for Akiyama. We will not see
Yeah, end of
anything
part
of
one.
him until the final boss, the final
Yes.
chapter, basically.
Until fucking
It's,
12 chapters from now.
So
Yeah, I don't even think he... Okay, he does show up, but yeah.
He does
Yeah.
appear.
Obviously,
Yep.
we're not going to get to play as him.
So, people who know this game are probably very excited for us to get to the next chapter, because we are going to meet a series beloved character.
Beloved character.
And I'm very excited to talk about him too. But we got some cleaning up to do, because like I've complained a lot, this game does not give you a lot of chance to breathe and take your time and play, because the stories kind of go, and sometimes it feels like you just end up at the end of the chapters and you haven't done anything. So we will take a
next
step
week,
back,
we're gonna
take
do
a little
the
breather.
wrap-up.
We'll do some wrap up. We'll talk a bit about how we feel, how we take a temperature check on our opinions on the game so far, and talk about some sub stories and shit. And then we will meet. I'll say it. We will begin Yakuza Chapter 4, Flight for the Truth.
You mean Chapter 5?
Chapter 5, I should say, Flight for the Truth.
Part
Our
2.
first chapter with Saijima.
Taiga Saijima.
Taiga Saijima. We've been waiting a long ass time to meet this dude, but
The biggest man.
A large slab of a man.
He's so big, and boy, I love Saijima, but boy, does this game give him a moment that I don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
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 I don't think that's until like his second chapter.
I think that's in chapter 2, yeah, but we love Saijima, and we're very excited to meet him, but we will talk about that in 2 episodes from now, because we got to do a little cleanup, a little wrap-up, and then we will be back with Saijima. That's it for this chapter. Let's go to Dolce de Postcard.
Yay,
Yeah,
postcards.
If you want to ask us a question, join our fucking Discord, because we don't even do it on Twitter anymore.
Yeah, we don't do it on
Just
Twitter.
a couple hours ago, I said in our Dolce de Postcard channel, ask us some questions, and our listeners, very diligent, stepped up to the
roll in.
plate, and we've got
They
6
did.
of them right here. So first up,
Let's do 3, I think, this
yeah,
week.
we'll do 3 of them because we're already running a little long. First up from Chaos, why isn't Kiryu in Bullet Train?
Is that a fighting game?
That's that movie with fucking Brad Pitt that came out.
Yep.
That's
Just now.
Not very good from what I've heard.
Oh,
Really?
why is it Kiryu in the movie?
I haven't heard much.
He doesn't speak English that well because he forgot it all after he got tricked.
Yeah, it's just like a goofy, like over the top action movie. I don't know anything about it, but I don't know.
That's why.
In fact,
He doesn't
Kiryu
speak
is in
English.
Bullet Train. He's just disguised as a station worker.
If there's a guy in a movie that doesn't speak English, it becomes an it becomes an international film and it's not eligible for any Oscars because it's a foreign film category.
He's just a regular guy. He's just like a conductor on the train. He's riding down to Osaka with Daigo and they're drinking coffee together. He's not doing the action scenes.
Here's one from a friend of the show. I always forget how. Is it A Chico? Chicho? A Chico?
A Sicho.
A Chico.
Hey Chico.
Hey
Me
Chico.
talking to my friend from.
Hey Chico,
Metal
I'm sorry you
Gear
got blown
Solid.
up. I'm sorry that what happened to you in the Black Site happened. That sucks.
Oh,
What
no.
the fuck is wrong with you, Hideo Kojima? Who says, what is the real reason you can't go into NY Hot Dog? And all I'm going to say, and I need to preface this is a joke. Sometimes I make jokes and sometimes I think, sometimes I worry that it'll be taken out of context, is that this is where the Podestas do their human trafficking is in the basement of NY Hot Dog. And that was my joke. Do you like it, Argyle?
I think it's just licensing. There's a license that we just don't know of.
Yeah, it's a real place, and they don't. Yeah,
In one
they
location.
haven't given them enough.
I think
It's-
I think in the universe of Yakuza, NY Hot Dog is an actual American chain, and they're not going to let you go in because it's an actual chain. Smile Burger, that's a Japanese chain of restaurants. You can go in there, but no
Maybe
place.
maybe NY
Same
Hot
with
Dog
Wild
is
Jackson's. Wild Jackson's.
You know how
is
there's like a
Japanese
you
chain.
know how there's like a pizza law sign but no pizza law. Maybe there's an NY Hot Dog in Japan, and they're like small business. It's like one of the lower. Like how
Lower
It
tier
kind
definitely
of like
isn't,
the,
though. There's fucking
it's-
multiple locations.
Let me make
in
my
Kamurocho.
joke. Let me
Okay.
make my joke.
Make your joke.
Fuck you. It's
Sorry.
like they don't have the money to pay for the product placement that lets you go inside. It's not like they don't have Don Quixote bucks. They have like Long John Silver's bucks. They're like a B
Going out
tier.
of
They're like a
business.
C tier. Yeah, like shit fast food place that
We can
no
pay
one
for
ever.
the signs, but we can't pay for
Right,
you to
we
put
can't pay for
JPEGs of
the-
our food in the game.
Exactly.
That
It's
tier
like
you will
they have
keep.
they have just enough money to put the building there every game, and every quarter they're like, "Can we finally pay RGG to let them in?" And they're like,
If you
"No,
don't-
we don't have the money."
They're just on the razor's edge. If they
Yeah.
if they gave even a cent less, then fucking
The
RGG
judgment-
is going to
judgment-
turn that building into a pachinko parlor with idols all over it.
They're gonna put the
Anime
titty
girls.
mini game in again. Judgment is like they finally have the money together, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna get the product placement restaurant spot." And then the guy, like the intern, comes in. Guys, bad news! Ikinari Steak got it. They'll damn it, shit. Anyway, that's why they couldn't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was a nice
Here's
long walk to
question.
get there.
Here's a question from Anat, a friend of the show, who says, "What character from Yakuza would you want to meet IRL, assuming you can communicate?" This is hard. Not Kiryu.
Hana.
I don't think having a conversation with Kiryu sounds miserable. Though I would want to meet Kiryu if I was having a bad day because I think I could get like a sub story out of it, and he
Yeah,
would give me
he
a good
could
pep
help me
talk.
out, maybe cheer me up a
Yeah.
little bit.
That's true. So I guess my answer
Hey,
would be.
mister, I really want that jumbo bun, Sean. That would cheer me up.
That's
Real
fair.
treat.
Actually, no. I changed my mind. I would want to meet Kiryu, and I would come up with a problem that I want him to solve for me. But it's so exploitative. It feels really bad. I don't want to like take advantage of
No,
him
it's
like
fine.
That,
He
but
gets
it's
content out of it. He's
yeah.
content.
Yeah. It's a two-way street. So I would be like, "Oh man, I'm just feeling really bad because blah blah blah," and then he would be like, "Well, actually, I guess I could help. I guess I could help you out." And you come by, and I'm really getting into this now. Final Fantasy 14. I think I could get into this.
Starting to see the appeal.
I'm starting to see the appeals. Yeah, so you make a character. He picks Rogadin, obviously. He's big. He's big. This guy's really big. Actually, I think it'd be funnier if Kiryu made like a
Lalafell?
female, like a Mikote girl. Like he's like,
There you go.
This is interesting. What about you guys? Who would you want to meet?
You go ahead first.
Argyle?
Unless you don't have an answer, because I have an answer. And you can just think
Nishida.
yours.
I wanna meet
Nishida, I could get along. I think I could get along with Nishida.
I think it would be fun to just like hear stories from him about Majima. I just
Yeah.
want to talk to him all day about.
Oh,
Majima.
I
yeah.
want to know and like I feel like his personality is down to earth enough that like
Yeah.
You wouldn't
it
actually have to get
be-
close to
Actually relate
Majima.
to him.
He's just a guy. Yeah, he goes home. He pets his cat when he thinks about.
Oh, he's got so many cats.
really-
You know he does.
He's got like 4 of them, and he's like, I had such a shitty. Majima like made me play DDR for 4 hours. It's terrible.
No, yeah.
When I know that in the 80s he was in a breakdancing troupe that won awards and millions of yen. Like
So
he
good.
knows I can't compete.
But yeah, my answer, I was originally going to say Hana, but I'm backing down on that because I think she might be too businesslike, not all that interesting to hang out with. I'm switching over to Yuki because I know
Ooh,
Yuki's
yeah.
fun,
Yuki
she's
would be
nice, and I am almost guaranteed some level of hijinks if I hang out with her.
Right, and also she's her career is making conversation.
Exactly.
So,
Well, I mean, of course.
you
I mean,
know,
it would be
yeah.
one of those things where I would probably have to pay for the time.
like I wouldn't. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to I wouldn't want to meet Yuki as a
She's a
client. 'cause
diamond
that-
tier hostess.
Diamond tier.
But I would like to hang out with her and talk to her and hey, what's the most interesting thing that happened to you at the hostess club? And she would be like, oh, this dude, our manager, he
I just go
He built a
shopping with
big
her and
golden-
finally get her some vinegar.
The
she
fourth
needs
chairman
that
of the Tokyo
vinegar.
Union was our manager one time.
The
for-
legendary
she never
hostess.
got it. She never got it.
Densetsu no Kabajo.
One more. Wait, that's it.
That was 3, yeah.
Well, let's wrap it up. Thank you all very much for listening to another episode of Kamurocho Radio. Look, we didn't take as long in between this time. We did a good job, everybody. You can find all of our episodes at Kamurocho. It's yakuzapod.com, and you can find us on Twitter at Kamurocho. You can find me on Twitter at Bradipus
Did you just say at Kamurocho?
at Kamurocho Radio?
Okay, sorry,
Listen,
you cut out.
Brain,
You cut
brain,
out so
brain
much.
off.
It's
I
hard to
probably just said at Kamurocho. You can find me on Twitter at Bradipus Rex. You can find Argyle on Twitter at Argyle_Funk. And Cyrix Z, tell us where we can find you.
Yeah, of course. You can find me on Twitter. It's CyrixZ42, CYRICZ42. And, of course, on GameFAQs, you can find all my guides under CyrixZ, CYRICZ.
Working on any guides right now, or are you taking a break?
Taking a bit of a break for right now. We finished up Kaito Files in the spring for Lost Judgment, so that was a nice little time.
Oh, wonderful.
I did take on a rather gigantic project in Lego
The-
Star Wars
yeah,
Skywalker Saga.
oh, right.
man.
I was going to
remember-
ask if you had
yeah.
finished that.
Yeah, I finished. It took me about a month and a half. It's essentially my largest guide ever, not counting
God.
this weird informational guide I did that's bigger, but that I don't count that one personally. And also, I mean, I just finished this recently, but you guys familiar with Return of the Obra Dinn?
Yes!
Oh, you did a fact for that?
So I just did a
made a
guide for
fact-
that one. I mean, it's not like the solutions haven't been around forever, but what I kind of tried to put together was kind of a bit of a hint through where
I was gonna say-
instead
I was
of just
gonna
getting
say,
the answers, I give little spoiler highlighted things, and you can pick up little hints. It was.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
because and I'm no disrespect to you because what you said is awesome and I like it, but I was gonna say, oh, you made a thing that ruins the game for you, but no, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Obra Dinn is a game that I
need to play
wish
that
I could
game.
get
It's so
conked
great.
on the head so hard that I forget that game so I can play it again.
I
want
said
to
2 years ago I will play Obra Dinn whenever I finish
Please
Paradise Killer,
play
and
Obra
I'm-
Dinn, it's
I
so
never
good.
finished Paradise Killer. I'm so
It's
sorry.
it's so
Paradise Killer
good.
was a
It's
hoot.
such
I'm sorry if you're hearing this. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna
Obra
finish
Dinn,
Paradise Killer.
Obra Dinn is like a perfect meal. It just you sit down. It takes you 5 hours to beat. It's every single time you figure something out, you go, oh,
Feels so good.
it's so good. It's just and you get stumped and you go, what the fuck? And then you're like, I don't want to even say anything because I don't want to spoil.
Oh, no, not at all.
anything. Yeah, it's just everything. You're like, oh, this guy is here because he's wearing. Oh my god! This is this. Oh, it's great. It's such a good game.
But yeah,
Lucas
if you
Pope
haven't
is
heard of Obra Dinn,
fucking
folks,
genius.
it's an insurance adventure with minimal color. That's how it's advertised. By Lucas
it's like
Pope.
a
It's
Mac,
fantastic.
It's like a Mac 2 game.
Two
about,
colors.
it's got 2 colors, and it's all about solving the deaths of like 40 crewmen at sea, and you have to figure out their names, cause of death, and you only can see the moment that they died, animated or not animated. It's a still moment of the precise instance of their death with a little bit of dialogue before, and that's all you get, and you got to use it to figure out the exact method and fate and identity of every member of the crew. It's one of the best games I've ever played.
Fantastic game.
You play it once. That is, you get one. You get one playthrough of it, and you better treasure it because you will want to play it again. But please play Oberdin. It's probably not even that expensive. Argyle, please play Oberdin.
I own it. It's on my Switch.
Please play Oberdin this week and tell me how you felt about it next week, please.
No, I can make no promises.
Okay. Anyways, let's wrap it up, everybody. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us, Sirixi. We will, I guess we'll see you again when we get to Yakuza 5. If you have any preference for when you want to talk about Yakuza 5, let us know.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, think about it, because you have top
Akiyama
billing
shows up again in the next game.
He does
so
talk about
well, you can cover that, but he doesn't do as much.
He doesn't do as much.
All right, well, we will see y'all next time. Oh, we're hosted by Noisepace, by the way, noisepace.xyz. Check them out.
Lots of shit.
We'll see you all next week with a little sub-story and wrap-up. But as always, Kiwami
means extreme.
Bye, everybody.
ネオン街が光り照らす